Hey, what's up, everybody? Hope you've had a wonderful Wednesday. Hopefully, your day's over. You're getting to kick back and chill. So, I'm going to do a part two to a video that I had done a few weeks ago. Funniest movie scenes, at least to me. I'm going to use one that I used in the part one just because I still can't get over how freaking funny it is. But maybe a laugh or something to cheer you up if you had a bad day. Me, for instance, I just got back from having the freaking longest root canal you could ever have. Now I have to get another one next week and have two temporary crowns placed. I take hella good care of my teeth. I freaking have this Braun IO freaking toothbrush that was a shitload of money, a water pick, freaking I floss, I rinse, and Dennis is like, sometimes it's hereditary. My dad lost all his teeth by the time he was like 45. My mom, doesn't have the best teeth, and she's always at the dentist. I think my brother's the only one blessed with decent teeth, but we're technically half brothers, but I don't look at it like that. Like, he's my brother. Even though he's an asshole, he's my brother. Still love him to death. Anyways, here's some funny clips that I hope you guys enjoy. So, here we go. So I happen to be a huge Ryan Reynolds fan. I think he's freaking hilarious, and I know a lot of people don't like him, but the dude has range. I mean, if you ever seen him in Amityville Horror, he didn't do too bad for being, in that type of flick. He has been in some serious flicks. Was it Lucky Number 7? I mean, they had a fucking stellar cast. I mean, Chris Pine, Ben Affleck. Was Casey Affleck also in that? Common, Alicia Keys, Ray Liotta. How can I forget Ray Liotta? Rest in peace, man. One of the best. Goodfellas. Fuck yeah. I mean, they had a stellar cast. Jeremy Piven. Great, great cast. Great plot. I mean, it was just an all around good movie. And he showed his serious side. There was no jokes or anything in that movie. But this movie just gets me every fucking time at this part. So, here we go.
Hey,
Hey,
look, there's a chance that my flight might be delayed an extra day. What are you doing tomorrow?
nothing. Do you want to meet for lunch?
You mean like a day?
Yeah.
Great.
Chris! Chris!
I'll pick you up at noon.
Chris! Chris!
Extra day.
I'm going to start that over because my big ass mug was in the way. So, here we go.
Hey,
Hey,
look, there's a chance that my flight might be delayed an extra day. What are you doing tomorrow?
nothing. Do you want to meet for lunch?
You mean like a day?
Yeah.
Great.
Chris! Chris!
I'll pick you up at noon.
Chris! Chris!
Awesome, I'm busy!
I'm busy, stupid dick!
That sounds awesome. I'll see you then.
Oh my god, I love Anna Faris. She is fucking hilarious. I wish they would have made her more funny on Entourage. If you guys ever seen the show Entourage, Eric thinks he has a chance to hook up with her after he breaks up with Sloane. Spoiler alert, Entourage has been out for a very long time, but it's a hell of a good show. Great show, actually. Kind of based around Mark Wahlberg, from what I heard. He was the executive producer, but kind of based around like his life, his entourage, his boys. Coming from New York. I know he's from Boston, I think. I don't know. I don't really follow celebrity news and all that shit. But I know he was from the East Coast, and I know it was loosely based on him. That's why he had so many cameos in it and in the movie. But, yeah, they didn't let her really be funny in it. And that's kind of always been her bread and butter, like, just being that funny character. So that was too bad. But I have to do this again. I'm sorry.
Hey,
Look, there's a chance that my flight might be delayed an extra day. What are you doing tomorrow?
nothing. Do you want to meet for lunch?
You mean like a day?
Yeah.
Great.
Chris! Chris!
I'll pick you up at noon.
Chris! Chris!
Awesome, I'm busy!
I'm busy, stupid dick!
That sounds awful.
That always gets me, man. If you want to brighten up my day, man, just play some comedy clips. That is hilarious. All right, let's go on to the next. I've used this one before, but I could critique music because I have been in it for so long. Does it mean I'm right? No, it doesn't mean I'm right. It just means that I have experience in the field, so I'm able to critique music to a degree. Acting, I cannot really critique or say anything. I'm still learning, and I will ask any actor that I'm performing with, you know, in certain dialogues or in certain scenes, like, hey, you know, and they're really cool when you talk to them, you know, no matter how long they've, you know, been in the industry. Like, hey, if I approach it like this, or if I approach it like that, is that okay? Or whatever, you know, and they'll tell me what to do, what not to do. And they're really helpful. Like, you know, 9 times out of 10, anybody that I've met that I've done work with, they're really, really, really nice. So, yeah, let's go ahead and go on to the next one, which I've used before, but it's fucking hilarious. So, here we go. All right, guys, here we go. That's it, 720.
Massive Harry Potter fan.
What?
Yes, I love fucking Harry Potter. I cannot wait till she wakes up and I can ask her all these amazing questions about
So I don't know if I mentioned this. The comedic timing. The way Seth Rogen and immediately Craig Anderson feed off of one another, and there's no edits in between it. So that is what I call just perfect comedic timing. Because after he says what Jay Bratchell, after he says what he says, there's an edit, there's a cut. But it gave Seth Rogen and Craig Anderson enough time to realize what they're going to say next, whether it was in the script or what, you know, they could have just came off it, you know, off the fly with it. But regardless, it's still perfect comedic timing the way Craig Anderson comes in on it.
how they made those. I love fucking Harry Potter. I cannot wait till she wakes up and I can ask her all these amazing questions about how they made those motion pictures.
Take it easy, Dumbledore. Guys, listen. I think we need to address the elephant in the room.
Whoa, Jay, don't talk about Craig. That's fucked up. I'm right here, man.
Yeah, I'm not calling Craig an elephant. That's Wow, fucking is that weird.
mean?
Yeah, no, that's racist. I wasn't
That's
referring to him. I
racist.
was referring to the issue that's on all of our minds. This is one girl in a house with 6 males.
Really safe.
Ideal scenario. She's like a little sister.
I think that it's important that she feels safe and comfortable, and we should be mindful.
Who's making her not feel safe?
I'm just saying we don't want to give off.
I love Danny McBride.
Vibes. I ain't giving no vibes.
Yeah, wait, what kind of vibes are you talking about, man?
He's talking about us giving off a rapey vibe.
Whoa! Jay, what the fuck, man?
I
Put
love
that
Jay.
shit in the mix. Yeah, he fucking said it.
You're the one saying it. No one here is thinking about raping anyone.
Wow, you talking about vibes is the only thing that's rapey going on right now.
Dude, nothing was rapey till you brought up the rapey
The
vibes.
one who smelled it dealt it, dog.
True that, dude.
One who denies it supplies it. I know, it's farts, I get it. Guys,
Okay, I just got to go back to that
I'm a
first part.
massive Harry Potter fan.
what?
Yes, I love fucking Harry Potter. I cannot wait till she wakes up and I can ask her all these amazing questions about how they made those motion pictures.
Take it easy, Dumbledore. Guys, listen. I think we need to address the elephant in the room.
Whoa, Jay, don't talk about Craig. That's fucked up. I'm right here, man.
I'm not calling Craig.
Oh, I love that. You guys might not have the same sense of humor as me, but my God, how can you not claim that that's not funny and perfect comedic timing? I want Craig Robinson's autograph now. I'm not one of those people that like, hey, can I have your autograph? I've never been like that. The only person, because I was in a quarterback competition when I was younger, I got John Elway's autograph. That's the only autograph I've ever asked anybody for. It just... Famous people are just regular people, and especially when you work in the music industry. I mean, you see it. When people get all like, oh my God, you know, this and that. I'd say like probably the only person I might like kind of get like a little like, holy shit. Might be 2 people, Tom Hanks and Ben Affleck, because Ben Affleck's been in the game so long. I respect him. He's a hell of a good actor. I don't know if you've heard him speak Spanish, but that dude's amazing in Spanish. I would ask him, yo, dude, my family's from Mexico. My grandma was born here, made us legal. They didn't teach us shit. You know, they were hiding stuff from us. That's why they kept away Spanish from us. Can you teach me some? Other than that, those are Matt Damon, probably 2, maybe 3 guys. Maybe I add Bryan Cranston in the mix just because I respected him so much off of fucking Breaking Bad. But honestly, there are very, very, very few people that I'd ever be like Michael Jordan. I probably would be like the most freaked out. I'd be like, sir, Mr. Jordan, can I have your autograph? What? Speak up, boy. Can I have your autograph? That's how I'd be. I'd be so, like, freaking nervous. Other than that, nobody else. Nobody else. It just, they're people. They're just like you and I. they bleed, they crap, they piss just like you and I. They are just happen to be in a position of where they get to entertain people, and they do. They work really hard to get there. And granted, they do get paid a lot of money, but to be able to make movies consistently, nonstop, and good movies to where they're getting, you know, their contracts. I mean, I guarantee you probably each and every one of them got paid at least $1 million for being in this. It did pretty well. And then you're talking about sales, you know, outside of that, rental sales, you know, streaming sales, buying the DVD sales, which of course that sets back because then you got over costs for DVD and Blu-ray cases, the plastic, the CDs and all that stuff. So streaming is bound to go that way, but I'm just saying, you know, they got paid pretty well for it. So yeah, they earn their position. And when people bitch about it, like, oh, you know, our school teachers are this or that, well, they're not bringing in money like the entertainment industry. If they brought in money, I guarantee you teachers would get paid a shitload more money. But that all aside, this scene, classic to me. Just a classic. So on to the next. Okay, so this one is an absolute classic. You know, I'll call my mom and be like, hey, let's watch a movie. She'll be like, okay, what do you want to watch? I'm like, I'll surprise you. She absolutely loved The Hangover. She wasn't too big on This Is the End. This is the next one I'm going to show her. She has a cool personality, so hey, what can I say? But this one, yeah, classic.
How you getting retirement? I don't get it. He's got shit for brains. All right, how else can we get alcohol?
Yo, guys. What's up?
Bubba, where have you been, man? You almost gave me a goddamn heart attack. Let me see it. You pussy out or what?
No, man, I got it. It's flawless. Check it.
Hawaii. All right, that's good. It's hard to trace, I guess. Wait, you changed your name to McLovin? McLovin? What kind of a stupid name is that, Fogel? What, are you trying to be an Irish R&B singer?
Oh, they let you pick any name you want when you get down there.
And you landed on McLovin.
Yeah, I was between that and Muhammad.
Why the fuck would it be between that or Muhammad? Why don't you just pick a common name like a normal person?
Muhammad is the most commonly used name on earth. Read a fucking book for once.
Fogel, have you ever actually met anyone named Muhammad?
Have you actually ever met anyone named McLovin?
No, that's why you picked a dumb fucking name.
Fuck you.
Give me that. All right. You look like a future pedophile in this picture, number one. Number two, it doesn't even have a first name. It just says McLovin.
What? One name? One name? Who are you, Seal?
Fogel, this ID says you're 25 years old. Why wouldn't you just put 21, man?
Seth, listen up, ass face. Every day, hundreds of kids go into the liquor store with their fake IDs, and every single one says they're 21. How many 21-year-olds do you think there are in this town? It's called fucking strategy, all right?
Let's stay calm, okay? Let's not lose our heads. It's a fine ID. It's gonna work. It's passable, okay? This isn't terrible. I mean, it's up to you, Fogel. This guy's either gonna think, here's another kid with a fake ID, or here's McLovin, the 25-year-old Hawaiian organ donor. Okay? So what's it gonna be?
I am McLovin.
No, you're not. No one's McLovin. McLovin's never existed because that's a made-up, dumb, fucking fairy tale name, you fuck!
Jeez, man, it'll work. Give it a chance.
Ricky, you can walk.
What'd you just say?
He's telling you the truth, man. It's all in your head.
You sick sons of bitches. I mean, you walk in that door on your two legs all fat and cocky and looking at me in my chair, and you tell me it's all in my head? I hope that both of you have sons, handsome, beautiful, articulate sons who are talented and star athletes, and they have their legs taken away. I mean, I pray you know that pain and that hurt.
Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby! Don't you put that on us! You are not paralyzed!
I am so paralyzed!
No!
Rough on him now.
No, he needs to know.
Okay.
He's always crying.
Tough love it is, tough love. Wake up, idiot!
You want to know what I am? You want to see what my life is?
Don't do it.
You want to see what's going on here?
Don't you stick that knife in your leg.
Oh, man! Ow!
Well, hold on.
Ow! Oh, man!
Hold on now. Hold on.
Oh, that hurt!
Walk it off.
Oh, my!
Walk it off.
Stretch.
Hey, man. You can walk. You can walk.
I walk!
You can walk.
I think I touched a nerve.
Right there. I think I got a nerve. All right, we got it. Hold it right there. Hold it right there.
Oh, wait, maybe don't touch it.
Can you feel it?
Yeah!
We'll use this knife to pry it out. We'll pull it out.
Now we got two.
No. Just don't think about it.
We're going down a bad path.
Cut around the meat. Okay. Just stretch it out. Stretch it out.
Take out a plug of
Wow.
Right there.
It's like a deer.
We gotta wiggle it just a little bit. That's it. You feel that?
Yeah.
You are back.
I love you guys.
I just had to say, big props to Michael Clark Duncan. It sucks that he died, man. I had seen The Green Mile for the first time maybe like, say 4 years ago, and I was just fucking bawling. I'm like, oh my God. He won Best Supporting Actor, which is great. You know, an Oscar. And, man, he deserved it. You know, I said in the beginning, you know, people are just like celebrities. Celebrities are just like everyday people. You know, to have that talent to entertain people, that's where the emotions come in. That's where I think, you know, the public gets so infatuated and caught up with like TMZ and stuff like that. Like, I could give the shit less what Kanye West is doing or how he's acting. You know, it sucks that, you know, he's not all there, and he's even admitted it, and loses all this money because of his stupid remarks. But again, they're people. They're gonna make mistakes. They're gonna fuck up. They're gonna not always be, you know, a Keanu Reeves who, you know, I'm sure he's made mistakes in his life just like everybody else, but he has a hell of a good publicist, and he's probably hasn't fucked up so much that, you know, it becomes a scandal. And what I hate is, I had mentioned this in another video, people love building up other people. They love those stories to where it's like, you know, let's create a GoFundMe account. You'll see hundreds of thousands being, you know, donated to this family or this or that. Then you find out that they were just lying or whatever, and then it's like, fuck. What's better than building people up is tearing people down and seeing the worst in them. And so to see somebody like Michael Clark Duncan, whatever demons that he had in his closet, it didn't matter. When he won the Oscar for that and his performance in that movie, it was just fantastic. You're not thinking about the person, you know, behind the character. You're thinking about, you know, the performance. And that's where a lot of people get wrapped up with the whole celebrity thing. You know, oh my God, you know, I can't wait to meet this person. I wish I could get their autograph, for stalkers, which would be awful. But yeah, he did a great performance in this. So I just wanted to throw that in there, guys. On to the next. Sorry if you get offended, but this is freaking hilarious.
River. Yes, sir? How do you know that? Are you sure?
Only one way to find out, dude. Let's go.
Yeah, I'm not feeling so good right now. Seriously, my skin hurts.
Milk from the peanut gallery. Into the water, ladies.
No, man. Let me take a look at that map right quick.
Why is everybody all obsessed with the map?
Because we're tired of being the tramp donkeys, acting like you some one-man GPS. God damn it! We lost. We fucking super lost, man. Tell them, McCluskey. Tell them what time it is.
I don't believe you people.
What? What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Huh?
I think what Tug means is you people,
look
you
his eyes,
actors.
man.
You know, for the longest time, I never caught on to that part. Like, I could see him telling Robert Downey Jr.'s character, what do you mean, you people? But it took me a minute to realize, like, oh, he's, like, saying it when he comes back, and he's like, huh? He's, like, meaning it like Robert Downey, or Ben Stiller offended both of them. Where the only one offended is, God, I don't know his name in real life, so I apologize about that. But, you know, he's offending him, not Robert Downey Jr., so when he's like, huh? And he thinks that he's offending both of them. That, to me, right there, has always been just comedy gold.
I don't believe you people.
Huh? What do you mean, you people?
What do you mean, you people?
Huh?
I think what Tug means is you people,
look
you
his eyes,
actors,
man.
you people.
Look at that beating.
Why are you talking to me? I gotta get back to the actors.
Chill.
All right? Just chill it. Now, let's go get those Viet Congs.
Viet Cong.
What?
It's Viet Cong. There's no S. It's already plural. You wouldn't say Chineses.
All right, that's enough of this insubordination. If the machine breaks down, we break down. Hey, man, you know how Rambo 1, he was big with little Puffy, and then Rambo 2, he got all shredded up? Yeah, that's kind of how you look right now.
Oh.
You know, not Rambo 1, but 2.
Really?
Yeah, when he was cut up.
Well, I'm not that. I mean, that's what I'm going for. But
Come on, dude. You more shredded than a Julian salad, man.
Thanks. Yeah.
What's the secret, dude?
It's a diet. I'm just dying. Yeah.
Because I'm trying to come up a little, but it's tough.
No, you look good.
Any tips?
What?
Any tips you got?
You know, there's like the pineapple.
Give me that goddamn map. Fuck you. Hey, all right now. What it is, Sikorsky? Tell us where we really at.
Again, it's a movie clip. So for those of you guys who get triggered or find it offensive, he is going to be playing a Hispanic, and that's exactly what I am, Hispanic. I find it absolutely hilarious. I've told this more times than I could count. When I went to a private school and the second school after that, all my friends referred to me as Big Beaner or Big Wetback. And I always used to have this big leather trench coat. One of my friends, he actually got to be an artist for DC. Imagine the millions of people that he beat out to be an artist for DC, where they would send him, you know, the work that they wanted him to draw out or shade or color. He would send it back. I mean, this dude was a fucking phenomenal artist. And he was going to draw like a badass with our group because we had a big clique of friends. And so, you know, we were always like the party animals, the popular jock crowd, this and that. And they would all call me that. And it never was offensive because I knew where it was coming from as a joke. There was one time one person really did say it out of hate. And when I went after him, he ran out like a little chicken shit. I wouldn't have hurt him. I would have just like grabbed him and given him a stern talk. Like, dude, you need to chill the hell out. Don't go that far. You know, but the rest of them, it was always with love. I mean, they would always, yo, Cisco, you're always buying us. Let's hook you up with this. I'm going to tell you this story because that was the last video I'm going to show for this. But I'm going to tell you how cool my friends were. So, I had mentioned drinking and driving. Don't do it. It's awful. So, we live here in Denver, Lakewood. That's where we all went to school. Denver and Lakewood border one another very, very closely. I could cross the street and I'm in Jefferson County. Right now I'm in Denver County, but if I cross the street, I'm in Denver County. And there's a lot of areas like that where you could be in Littleton, cross the street, and you're in Denver County. It's weird. Denver's layout is extremely weird. Anyways, we decided, hey, let's go visit some of our friends at UNC, University of Northern Colorado, which is in Greeley. And so, mind you, I'm 18 years old. I had mentioned in my last video how when I got younger, I had a really, really bad injury. And I ended up suing the Denver public school systems. And then it didn't get my money till I was a sophomore in high school. So that's like 4 years that it took them. So after my Honda Accord, I ended up trading that in and I got this brand new, I think it was, this had to have been 98. So it was like a 1999, no, excuse me. So 98, no, it was a 1999 2000 Blazer. Midnight blue, the thing was gorgeous, beautiful, brand new. So I'm like, we're all like planning to go out there. So we all go out there. And we pick up some little kid on the way. I don't know. He was like a student there. Nobody knew him. And he just hops in with us. And he's like, yo, there's going to be this big party at this house. You know, they call it the Blue Tarp House. Man, I hope this doesn't blow up and go like, I don't know if there's still such thing as a Blue Tarp House at UNC. But he's like, yeah, it's a shit. I'll show you guys how to get there. So we're driving. And mind you, I've had this, Blazer for like maybe 2 months. So I don't want to get a scratch on this bitch. And he's like, oh, we have to go down the street. And it was dark because there's not a lot of freaking, lights out there. Not a lot of, street lights. And it looked extremely narrow. And I'm like, are you sure? And being like I was the most sober one. And it later came out to prove that. I was the most sober one. But we're going down the street, and about halfway down, I notice all the cars are facing the same way. And I'm like, you fucking have us going down a one-way street, you goddamn idiot. And all of a sudden, boom, lights turn on at the end of the block. So we're driving this way down the street. I had about 9 kids, nine of us packed in there. So me driving, guy riding shotgun, 4 people on the back, couple girls sitting on laps. And then in the very, very back where the trunk space would be, I guess, in a Blazer, that extra space, a few more. So there were 9 people total in that car, and each and every one of us had a red Solo Cup, except for me. I didn't have one. So, of course, cop comes up, we get pulled over. I look at my friends and I say, look, and that honest swear to God truth, if there's a heaven, because I believe in God, if there's a heaven, if I'm lying to y'all, don't let me go to heaven. But this is what happened. Swear to God story. So, and I was still a big guy at this time. So this plays into it too. So all my friends are like, oh shit, what do we do, this and that? And I'm like, you know what, guys? There's no sense in all of us getting in trouble. I said, the moment I unlock every single door, you guys split different ways, because I'm obviously probably going to get, you know, the car towed. I didn't know the procedures, you know, when you get stopped, you know. So the cop comes in and he's like, wow, it smells like a brewery factory in here. You see, you guys have been drinking. He's like, I'm like, so it's like, let me grab my partner, and immediately click, 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 open up the trunk, opened up all the doors, and boom, all my friends take off in opposite ways. Cops aren't going to catch them because there was only one cop car, 2 guys. So they just were like, so he comes back. He's like, oh, what great friends you have for them to just leave you like that. And I'm like, if that's your perspective on the matter, then yeah. Oh, I'm just being a little bit of a smart ass. I was like, no, I'm just being honest. So he's like, you know, we could do a field sobriety test right here, have your blood drawn at the station. In my dumb mind, I'm thinking, oh, you know, if I have my blood drawn, you know, maybe that'll give me, you know, an extra hour or 2 to get the alcohol out of my system. Because mind you, I was the most sober. I really didn't even drink that much. Actually, when the results came back, I was 0.1% below the legal limit. So what I got was a minor in possession of alcohol. The very next, I had to stay into, like, they automatically put you like in a detox. And I'm like, I'm blowing zeros. Like, there's no, I'm blowing below the legal limit. Oh, they want you to blow zeros. I'm like, son of a bitch. So I had to take out all my piercings, and you can still see that hole. I had that, my tongue, my ears, my eyebrow. Like, I had a ton of piercings. So there I'm taking it off, thinking, oh shit, they're going to close. And then they have my wallet. So I'm like, how the hell am I going to get my car out? Like, what the fuck? So I blow zeros. I walk out. There's my friends. They're like, hey. They're like, we have some good news. I was like, what's up? What happened? That night, they went to every single dorm room that they could go to, and they raised the money, the $170 at that time, 1998. I don't know what you would adjust for inflation now, but $170. Oh, and I remember the cop too. These are some points that I was missing out. So the cop's like, oh, wow, you know, this is a nice car, you know, alluding like if I were a drug dealer, like, how did somebody like you afford this car? I'm like, excuse me? I'm like, you don't know me. Like, why would you even ask a question like that? Oh, just wondering, you know, it's a really nice car. I'm like, yeah, so when you tow it, try not to scratch it. So I was being a shithead back. And then when I was sitting in the back, somehow, you know, my fat ass, I like reach under my legs, pulled it up, and I put the handcuffs in front of me. Then when we got out, he's like, well, you're just a Houdini, aren't you? And I'm like, I just got long ass arms, man. Have you ever been to the zoo? You know, where you could feel like, oh, this is what an elephant tooth feels like, or this is what this feels like. There's this, there's this one where it's like, oh, measure your arms against an orangutan's. My wingspan, I'm 6'4". My wingspan is longer than my brother's, who's 6'8", and my wingspan is longer than an orangutan's. I'm like, wow. So that's what helped me get them underneath and all that. At the end, I mean, I was talking shit to him the whole time. I'm like, I bet you became a cop because you used to get fucking picked on, didn't you? And so at the end, like, he lightened up, I lightened up. It actually ended up being kind of like a funny experience because it was like, you know, he was just started laughing, and he started treating me well. You know, he's like, here, he's like, yeah, no, you're no risk. And he took off the handcuffs, which I was shocked. I was like, holy shit. Because usually they don't do that, but there was no way to grab him from the back. It's all like, whatever. That was my only time in a cop car. And I'm like thinking, holy shit, like, you know, this is crazy. Like, I thought they usually, like, make sure you're all handcuffed and shit. But I was pretty much sober, so, and he kind of, you know, seen that. But yeah, all my friends, all of them, they all went around the dorm rooms, and you know how college kids are. They're broke, you know. We get broke when we're going to college. And they all contributed, got my car out. Each and every one of them could have had one of their friends from UNC or their parents or somebody like, hey, you know, I'm stuck in a bind. Can you come, you know, get us, or can you come give us a ride? Nope. They stuck around. They got my car out. So I said, every time they said, hey, what's up, Big Beaner, or whatever, it was always out of, like, love and respect. But that's my funny story. I find it funny and hilarious just because of the interactions with the cops. I always had said, you know, and I had way before I got into, while I was in acting class, I started writing this script, and I had that perfect scene when everybody bolted. I would, you know, like I could almost see it like in the third person of how everybody's running the different ways, you know, with the red Solo cup in their hand. I'm thinking like, oh, there is a perfect song for this sound, for this moment, and it's on Blink-182's Cheshire Cat. It would have worked so perfectly if I ever became a filmmaker. I'm just acting now, but if I ever had a chance to produce a movie, everybody would produce it about their high school days. Not everybody, but a lot of people did. Hence, Superbad. It's about Seth Rogen and Evan. I forgot his last name, but him and like Evan doesn't go into any movies, but he's always a credited producer in all of Seth Rogen's movies. 99% of them at least. But yeah, that was a funny night for us, and for them to have done that, that was awesome. But anyways, there's my story time. Hoping that I could talk my way into this video not getting blocked, like always. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope some of these clips made you guys laugh in case you had a bad day. Other than that, thank you for watching. Please feel free to like and subscribe. And yeah, we'll see you soon. Peace out.